Hello, this is wmpyr. For today's lesson, this is actually a refresher. I'm hoping to be able to add some details that I missed before. We're going to be focusing on combos, and we're going to be working on the 5 angles of attack form, which I've showed you guys many times. Alright, so the 5 angles of attack form is like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, notice the stick is in my front hand, and I'm keeping this in the front, and it is a diagonal, horizontal, horizontal, and then stab. Okay, it's 5 moves. Partner training is very important. It's essential. I'm not knocking it. It's a good thing to do, but also it's important to shadow box. You want to be moving around, okay, moving around, and then practice this. So instead of doing all 5, one of the other things is within this form, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are many combos that you can extract out of this form. Okay, so you have to break it apart and extract these combos, discover them yourself. The first combo is just number 1 and number 2. So 1 and 2. So it's just basically a downwards figure 8, 1 and 2. So you're going to move around like this, okay? And just moving around is going to make it harder for your opponent to hit you, okay, or hit the target that they're going after. Okay, it's just going to make it a little harder, and from there, 1, 2, and then keep moving. Okay, you go 1, 2, and then keep moving. Okay, so just like that, you're going to practice this 1, 2, and then what I like to do is move around a little bit and then go this way. 1, 2, move around, and then do it this way, and this way. As you do the number 1 and number 2 hit combo right there, there's basically 2 ways to do it. I want you guys to realize that one way is to focus on your hand right here. Okay, so as you do it, you're going to go 1, 2. See, I'm focused on my hand. I'm focusing all my attention right here. Okay, so no matter what else I'm doing, my focus is right here on the hand. The second way to do it is to focus my attention here, right at the tip right there. Okay, so I'm going to be 1, 2. You see, it's almost like I'm drawing or I'm painting. So from here, I'm moving around and I'm going 1, 2. So the X that I'm making is with the tip right here. When I'm focusing on the hand, the X that I'm making is down with the hand. All right, so I'm drawing the X with literally my fist right here. I'm going 1, 2, or I'm going 1, 2, where the focus is right there on the point. Okay. It's important to practice both ways. With weapons, especially with an Eskrima stick, it makes sense to focus up here. A machete, a short sword, okay, an umbrella, it just makes sense to do that. But remember, Eskrima is an improvised weapons art, but it's also an empty hand art. So when you translate your movements to empty hand, if you've never focused on your hand before, or you don't do that kind of training on a regular basis, it's going to be difficult for you. And also when you go to shorter weapons, like a knife or like a yawara stick, a palm stick, kubotan, something like that, once again, it's going to be a lot harder for you to translate these movements. Okay, so it's very important that you also include focusing on the hand. All right, the next combo that I want to move into is we did number 1 and number 2. The next one is number 3 and number 4. It's a side-to-side movement. 3, 4. So once again, move around and go 3, 4. You could also include 1, 2. Okay, move around, 3, 4. Okay, so you can mix in your combos that way. Now the important thing about 3 and 4 is that you could do it 2 ways. You could do it offensively, where I'm attacking and I'm attacking. Okay, so I'm going bam, 3 and 4. Or I could also do it defensively. And if I'm going to do it defensively, I'm going to do it more in a figure 8 fashion. Even though it's a side-to-side, see, I'm going to go this way, and then I'm going to go this way. Okay, just notice the figure 8 motion. Boom, boom. So I'm coming from the bottom. Okay, so it's an upwards figure 8. Okay, but I'm still going side to side. And the important thing is not so much the up movement right here, but actually, since this is defense, I'm coming from the bottom like this, and this is my shield right here. I want all of this to protect me this way. And then when I come this way from here, not so much the up movement, but once I get here, it's all of this right here to shield me. So 1 and 2. You see this? So I'm just rolling this across, rolling this across. So that's what's going to be important when you do it defensively. All right? I'm still going left to right, side to side. All right? This is important because if I do this, this is, remember, offensive movement, and if I do this, chances are their attack can go above mine or below mine, and we're going to end up in a draw where we both cut each other, and that's not what I want. So I need to make the stick vertical like this. So boom, right here, and boom, like this. So boom, boom. All right, so it's still side to side. Okay, so that's the next one. The third combo that I want to go into is, actually, we're going to do a 3-hit combo this time. So the first 2 were 2-hit combos. Now we're going to do a 3-hit combo. So it's going to go 1, 2, and 3. Okay, which is basically 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so on the form, on the 5 angles of attack, this is 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so 3, 4, and then stab. All right. The important thing about this one is that there's several different ways to stab. Okay, so we could go 3, 4, and then when I stab, I could stab straight. Okay, so 3, 4, and then straight. Just straight in like that and really pierce through. Or I could go 3, 4, and do like an uppercut type motion where it's coming from the bottom and I'm basically like impaling through this way. Okay, so I could come in at an uppercut type angle to thrust this way. If I hit him in the gut, great. If I miss and it slides up and goes into their throat or their chin, that's good too. Okay, so uppercut motion. The other way to stab is 3, 4, and since my arm's already set up this way, is this one right here. This is what I call the reap. It comes in right there and it's a stab, but see how it curves in that way. So the first stab is straight line like this. Second one comes upwards like an uppercut. Third one is more like a hook. Okay, so you're coming around. The last combo that I want to show you guys, we're going to go back to number 1 and number 2. So what we're going to do is 1, 2, and then 3. So we're just going to take those 3 moves from the 5 angles of attack and practice that. You're going to go 1, 2, 3. Move around, 1, 2, 3, move around. Okay, you can mix that in with the other one. So you could go 1, 2, 3, move around, and then you could go 3, 4. Okay, move around, 1, 2, move around, 3, 4, 5, move around, and then we could go 1, 2, and 3, and finish it off like that. Okay, so there's a lot of possibilities here, but okay, let's go back to this one right here. 1, 2, and 3. Once again, this can be done offensively or defensively. So first 2, let's say we try to defang the snake right there, and we didn't succeed. Maybe they moved out of the way, okay, and now they're going to counter strike us back. So after the 1, 2, number 3 is going to be defense. Remember, more like a figure 8 motion rather than completely sideways, because then they could pass through. So I want this vertical, boom, okay, to block right there, and then get out of the way. So again, 1, 2, defense. Come back, move again, 1, 2, defense. All right. Now let's say I successfully cut them on the arm. One of these landed. Number 1, number 2. One of these landed. I felt it. I know he's cut. 1, 2. I feel there's still an opening. So then I go in with number 3. Now this is offense. I'm going in for offense. So I'm trying to cut the guy. So 1, 2, boom. Okay, move around. 1, 2, boom. Okay, 1, 2, boom. And after this, you also have to think about, once you attack, you can be vulnerable to a counterattack. So don't just go 1, 2, bam, I got him. All right. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you for viewing, and take care, folks.